Sparky's back.
Oh, let's get straight into it, man, because this is the biggest grift I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, this is just, like, there's conspiracy theories, and then there's just, like, blatant lies, bro. Like, we're gonna get into it, bro. The Epstein files fiasco, bro.
Alright, so it looks like the Epstein investigation has concluded, and it turns out the FBI and DOJ discovered there was actually no client list, no blackmail, and Epstein did kill himself. You know, it turns out Ghislaine Maxwell's in jail for trafficking minors to nobody. That seriously is what the government wants us to believe, which I don't think a single person does. Nobody trusts this investigation. Like, this was the biggest joke ever. I mean, they literally just treated this whole...
This meme, funny enough, this is actually what happened. We will release the Epstein list. Donald Trump himself said this. We just need more time. Actually, something that was said. The Epstein list is on my desk. Actually, something that was said. There is no Epstein list. There's two options when it comes to a situation like this. Either these niggas was just chatting. They were just bullshitting. They didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. They just decided to give light to a situation that they know they had nothing on. Or they're fucking lying. And the government is very intentional about the things that they do, bro. They're lying. That's what I think. That is 100% what I think. And I don't find it a coincidence that after Elon says Trump is on the Epstein list and now him and Trump aren't cool anymore, now there's no Epstein list. Are we still worried about Epstein? Are we really still worried about Epstein? We have a lot of things going on. We have Texas. We have a lot of these things going on in Iran. We are battling other countries. We just carried out a new invasion. We're going to take over China. Why are we worried about the Epstein list? Even though I'm part of the reason that we are worried about the Epstein list, because I told you guys that there was an Epstein list. An Epstein list exists, it does. Like, what the fuck are we talking about, bro? This is cap. This is cap, bro.
Like
good ass impression. I appreciate it, man. I try. I'm good at impressions too. You know, that's another thing that I do.
Like, if you remember the beginning of the year, they did that.
Poking out the ass. On God, though, bro.
I guess they just hope people are dumb enough to accept that. You know, they handed out already public information in a binder, and they gave them to a bunch of influencers to do a photo shoot with them. Which
what
I
the
still
fuck
cringe
is
looking
this,
at.
bro?
Like, this was so embarrassing. I don't know if these people involved will ever live this down. And then to make things even worse, the official House Judiciary GOP Twitter account posted breaking Epstein files released, and they linked it to that Rick Ashley music video. They literally
this actually happened.
Files released.
The official House We did it, guys. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. We are at the point where branches in our government are trolling us online for social media. We are at that point, guys. We are getting trolled by our government. We are getting rickrolled by our government. I remember it was 2011, bro, watching videos about how to unlock Waluigi and Super Smash Bros. Brawl and getting rickrolled. We are getting rickrolled by our government. I never thought I'd get to this point, bro. I never thought I'd get to this point. I don't even really know what to say, bro. They treated this entire investigation like promo for an album that never dropped. It's like edging yourself for months to not bust, and then saying, oh, there was actually no penis to edge. Like, nigga, get the fuck out of here, bro. We're only 50 seconds into the video, bro. Fuck. Oh my god, bro. I'll be honest, only Trump could do this, bro. He hands down might be one of the worst things to happen to this country, bro. Holy shit, bro. Literally, like, I don't even... God, bro.
And they linked it to that Rick Ashley music video. They literally rickrolled people with the Epstein files. That's how big of a joke this is to them. You know, it's like they're all just laughing at us. Like, you guys really are gullible enough to believe that the elites involved with child sex trafficking are going to be held accountable.
It's the example that worked, guys.
And then just the other day, we had maybe the biggest slap in the face. Like, all these people that used to talk about how important it is to release the files and how people need to be held accountable and how Epstein probably didn't kill himself and how they'd released the files day one. You know, like Dan Bongino, Cash Patel, Pam Bondi.
Like, this was said.
Talking about this, they're now the ones trying to help cover up the Epstein story. So they have to live with knowing that they're helping protect the clients of one of the most prolific child sex traffickers in recent history. And I knew we would never get the list from this administration, but For them to conclude the investigation basically by saying there's nothing to see here, let's move on from it, is just wild. You know,
Like, it's one thing to just say there's nothing to see here, but then, bro, to sit there and almost, like, gaslight people into, like, oh, there was never anything to see here, let's move on, there's more important matters, nigga, than children being brought to an island with grown-ass men in power? Very debatable, if you ask me, but, you know, hey, you know who's asking at the end of the day, bro? Who's asking at the end of the day? Fucking Democrats should have chosen anyone but Kamala to run for that shit. Yeah, that's another issue with that shit too. They shouldn't have orchestrated that the way that they did. But whatever. Desperate times call for desperate measures, right? It is what it is, bro. Just repackage someone and make us forget that they were an unpopular candidate to begin with, and just fuck it, Meg the Stallion. Politics are the new TMZ, bro. This shit is a fucking joke. Yeah, bitch said it was right in front of her. She literally said it was on her desk. What are we talking about? Crazy thing, too, was Epstein was low-key a billionaire. I didn't know who he was until these scandals popped up. Now, that's a fact. No, I don't even think he's low-key a billionaire, bro. He had to be a like, bro, an island? Like, owning an island is crazy, bro. Absolutely insane, bro. The 15-year-old sold... The amount of Riz needed to bag a... What are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about, bro? Can Ahmad time this nigga out, please? Sayla is a vibe. Time him out, please. Bro, what is this nigga talking about, bro?
I thought they'd just try to drag it on for 4 years and hope people would forget about it. But instead they use this as an opportunity to try to cover for everyone involved. So of course people haven't been handling this very well. Like Alex Jones, he literally started puking and crying from this.
So now by coming in and being part of the cover-up, the Trump administration has become part of it. I mean, it's just, you cannot see it any other way. So I just got to the office. I'm going to go throw up, actually. And this only happens every few years when something really, really bad happens or something. I mean, I'm physically...
This nigga said I'm going to go throw up.
Right now. My mouth is watering right now. It's because I have integrity.
Bro, this dramatic Stone Cold Steve Austin looking ass nigga, bro. Nah, honestly though, I respect it though. I dead ass respect it. I can't even front. I can't even front. Bro, hold up, my nigga. This nigga's. Fuck, bro. Fuck, bro.
I just really need the Trump administration to succeed and to save this country, and they're doing so much good. And then for them to do something like this tears my guts out.
So even some of Trump's biggest supporters can't hide how big of a disaster this is.
And that's when you know it's bad, bro. That's when you know it's fucking bad. That's when you know it's fucking bad, bro. You sound like he has mucus in his throat? No, I mean, he probably do. Like, you know, nigga getting older. It is what it is. And now, Digi, you could ban him, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That shit, bro. Like, it gets to a point, bro, where it's not even trolling. I would Sparky make me a mod. You honestly sound like that, bro. Forcing out to you. Hey, bro, like, whether he is or it's not, or he not, bro. shit is nasty though, bro. I can't even sit there and lie to you, bro. That shit is crazy. Like, I don't even know how we got to this point. Like, even Trump supporters are, and the thing is about Trump is like, yo, Trump is so globally criticized, unfairly to a degree at times, right? And not to say that he doesn't deserve to be criticized, but like the reasonings that people criticize him for are just quite frankly not, they don't make any sense. Like, they're stupid to the point where like I feel like it's almost within people's instinct. People instinctually defend Trump just off of the strength of like everyone hates him, and oftentimes it's for like stupid ass reasons or just for misinformation. When you have niggas like this, or niggas that support him through thick and thin, even making videos like this, bro, like, you know it's bad, bro. You know it's bad. Trump supporters definitely regretted voting for that nigga. He did the exact opposite of what he campaigned for. Some people I feel like don't, but for the most part, yeah, a lot of people do. Especially like a lot of the Latino community too, bro. With everything that's happening, it's crazy.
Like, after all this talk of the files coming out and people being held accountable, they're now trying to tell us that there was no client list. I mean, this is just comical. Like, they have no shame lying right to our faces. Like, Pam Bondi just a couple months ago said she has files on her desk, and Kash Patel, before he's in office, said the FBI is trying to cover for his clients, which I guess is what he's doing now. And then also Trump's lawyer said she has flight logs, names, and all this info that's going to come out.
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's
Listen to this clip. Listen to this closely, guys.
It's sitting on my desk.
List of Jeffrey Epstein
Names and all this info.
Listen closely.
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that. I'm reviewing.
We have.
You heard that, right? Okay.
Flight logs. We have information, names that will come out.
Is it going to be shocking?
I don't see how it's not shocking that there were so many individuals that were hidden and kept secret and not been held accountable. Let's talk about the reverse. I believe in accountability. So you have to now go through your process.
You know, it's the same thing with Epstein's list. It's like, what the hell are these Republicans doing? Oh,
I saw you
give out the list.
I saw you make news this morning about that. I gotta get to that.
Yeah.
You say that the FBI has Epstein's list. They're sitting on it. That doesn't seem like something you should do. You're protecting the world's foremost predator. That seems like an evil thing to do, regardless of who may be embarrassed in the release of that list. Why is the FBI protecting the greatest, the largest scale in human history?
Simple, because of who's on that list.
So I guess they lied about all
Fair.
that, and now we're expected to believe that they're telling the truth, that there's no clients. You know, which makes more sense. There are no clients.
I mean, no sense. Like, it's not. It's like, it's never like holding people accountable and exposing people that have committed crimes, even on way lower scales than this, has never been an issue, bro. It's not like, just drop the list, bro. Like, I don't understand, bro. I don't understand. And even the shit she was saying right here, bro, was like a perfect cover-up just in case some shit just didn't exist, right? Like, people should be held accountable, right? But if there is no list, then who can you hold accountable? Right? So it's like, that's a way where you can argue for what's right and wrong without having to admit shit, bro. It's stupid, bro. Fuck that shit.
Or like
This list is as anticipated as the I Music album. Like, at this point, bro, more anticipated, bro. They could take music back. I want the list, bro. I can't even lie. Justice is pay to win. Literally, bro. Literally. Or have connections to win. There were kids on the island and they want to protect who's on the list. Literally, bro. By the way, Sparky, the victims of Epstein mysteriously died. Bro, like, just, oh, God. And even, like, in the video, like, when they were essentially saying, like, oh, yeah, Epstein ended up, you know, offing himself or whatever, and they showed footage of the outside of his cell or, like, wherever he was enclosed in or whatever, right? Or he was allegedly put on watch. You know, there's a minute gone from that entire video. They dropped the entire video, but there's like 1 minute gone from that video. I don't know if y'all heard, but there's a whole minute missing from the video. Are we gonna get an explanation for that? Probably not. We might get GTA 6 and 7 before the list. Oh God, bro. Word? Yes, bro. I don't know if he's gonna talk about it, but like, bro, that actually happened.
Ash said, there's a list that isn't coming out because of who's on it. You know, I think everybody would say the latter. So they're just insulting our intelligence at this point. And all
Might be
Kash
20
can say
years
now
before we
is,
get a list.
Don't you guys trust me? You know, if I had info on this, don't you think I'd release it? But no, I don't think anybody trusts him. Like, also when he was on Rogan, he said he's going to release what he can because he doesn't want to re-victimize Epstein's victims, which is just insulting to the victims because
What?
they want all the information out there.
What?
They want people held accountable.
Re-victim? What do you mean re-victimized, nigga? You already got victimized. We don't, like... I gotta hear that again.
But he can, because he doesn't want to re-victimize Epstein's victims, which is just insulting to the victims. Because
You know the best way to not re-victimize Jeffrey Epstein's victims? Justice. How's that for a thought? Re-victimize, bro? Shut the fuck up, bro. Like, what? It's like they don't even think before they say this shit, bro. If you're gonna lie, at least, like, give us a good... Re-victimize, bro? It's literally because DT on the client list. That's why the FBI is lying. Disgusting. Wait, how do we even know the video they showed was his cell? Honestly, I don't even think that's a dumb quote. Like, realistically, bro, we don't. And that's the thing, when, like, everything, it gets, there's a certain point of clouded judgment and information that we don't have, and just shit that is so far from what we can never conceptualize, to the point where, like, what you're saying isn't even crazy, bro. All we can really do is conceptualize and kind of speculate, bro. Like, it's not crazy to say that. It's just, man, shit is insane, bro. My Indian homie sent a picture of Diddy.
they want all the information out there. They want people held accountable. So he's now just straight up protecting Epstein's clients.
Again, we're going to give you everything we can. And people have to remember, we're not going to re-victimize women. We're not going to put that shit back out there. It's not happening, because then he wins. Not doing it. You want to hate me for it? Fine. Again, logical play out. If there was a video of some guy or gal committing felonies on an island and I'm in charge, don't you think you'd see it?
If you have access to it.
If I have it, period.
Right.
If I have it, we will give you everything we can, and then we will have done our job. Also, if I had a shred, me, Cash Patel, had a shred of evidence, the Russiagate guy, the Jan 6 guy, the COVID origins guy, had a shred of evidence that this guy was murdered, I would be the first guy to bring this case hard and fast. And I would even doing press conferences every week on it.
Mm-hmm.
The first guy.
And the footage that they released that they claimed would prove that Epstein killed himself.
This is what I was
just
talking
some
about right
footage
here.
of outside of these two cells that aren't even his. His is like way in the background. You can't really see it. So I don't know
There
what
you
this
go.
proves. And
That's how true it is, Buzzy. You were dead asking about this, but there you go.
the footage ran.
And even with this, right, this is already a stretch in terms of, like, if he's even associated with whoever's in this cell, right? This is already such a big stretch. Can you imagine that there's a minute of footage missing from this? They can't even give us the whole thing. What did he even say, bro? I'm gonna be honest, I have no fucking idea. Like, I don't, like, I was trying to listen. I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Damn, really, LMFAO? Oh, God. We'll see. He's about to talk about it.
He jumps ahead a minute, so it's missing a part, which is funny because also during this podcast, Cash is like,
There you
we
go.
really got to take our time with this and make sure there's nothing missing, because even if 4 seconds are missing, people will point at that as being suspicious.
We're reviewing,
Like, bro.
not just the video, we're reviewing everything
This is a joke, bro.
as meticulously as we can.
This is
Because
literally a
that's what we owe
joke.
the American people. That's our job. And I don't want to rush to the sticks or the podium and just say, hey, look what we found.
Right.
And then be like, oh, sorry, I forgot the 4 seconds. You know, if we miss 4 seconds, and be like, oh, well, it's in the 4 seconds.
A
you
whole
missed.
minute is crazy.
Right.
Like, bro, that don't
This is
seem
so
like a
much of a
lot,
shit.
bro, but, like, we need that, bro. And my thing is, bro, on top of it being a whole minute missing, bro, it's not even the outside of his cell. Already what we're looking at is a stretch, and there's a minute missing from that. Like, that's suspicious as hell, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
It show, it almost feels deliberate. I mean, obviously nobody's gonna buy any of this bullshit, and now Dan Bongino,
So much could have happened in
Cash
that time,
Patel,
literally, bro.
Bondi, they're all destroying their credibility. I guess just to help cover for Trump and Israeli intelligence. You know, it's crazy they all went from being like, we can't stop talking about this, we need people held accountable, to being like, guys, get over it, move on already, enough with the conspiracy theories. You know, like, it's funny, JD Vance, he had this tweet from 2021 where he's like, remember, we learned that our wealthiest and most powerful people were connected to a guy who ran a literal child sex trafficking ring, and then that guy died mysteriously in a jail, and now we just don't talk about it. But now Trump is the one telling people not to talk about it. Like, after they announced it,
After he was the same person that was telling us
We're gonna drop the Epstein files. I think it's very important that the Epstein files come out. I think it's important that they do. Important it is.
Like, fuck. I don't even know what else to say, bro. Like, this is horse shit. This is horse shit, nigga. We're getting bamboozled. We're getting two-timed.
Pam Bondi was asked by a reporter if Epstein worked for intelligence, and Trump is like, guys, why are we focusing on Epstein? Come on, it's been years. Like, we're still talking about him. This is ridiculous. Don't we have bigger issues to focus on? Which is wild to say right after they make this huge announcement about it. Like, of course, people are going to have some follow-up questions, but now Trump is the one that wants us to move on from it and forget about it, which is obviously really suspicious because, you know, Trump
and Epstein were friends.
And Elon Musk said he was in the files, and now Elon just said Steve Bannon is in the files as well.
And now him and Elon Musk are no longer cool, and Trump is saying, like, a nigga, I think some reporter had asked, like, oh, like, would you deport Elon Musk? And he was like,
it's not completely out of the question. I might have to do that. I'd think about it, indeed.
Like, bro, what, bro? Like, bruh, like, deportation is the new you're fired, bro. It's insane. They could have shot him and dipped or snapped his neck, bro. There's so many ways. They probably used some chemical substance that could have killed him quickly. Like, there's so much. Like, it doesn't take that long. My bad, guys. It doesn't take that long to kill somebody, bro. And it's like, you can't have time missing out of that. People are saying they hung himself. I mean, but even then, like, right, like, let's say there was visual evidence of him hanging himself. You could deadass do whatever you did to a nigga, get him up out of there, kill him. You could do whatever you did to this person, and then hang him after he already died, and then get the little noose thing around his joint, and then be like, oh yeah, that's evidence. Like, you know, it's crazy. Elon probably heard stuff about it while he was in the White House. He probably heard stuff about it in general, bro, because he's a part of that billionaire circle. And even if I'm being honest, bro, like, even him, you have to almost question him, because it's like, how do you even know this? Like, how, like, did you see the Epstein files? What did you see? What else like, why are you drip feeding this information that is so serious? I don't understand. Like, if you're just, if you're this, like, like, I don't know, like, if you're so altruistic with your morals, like, why are you drip feeding information now that you're no longer cool with Trump? That's almost to, like, victimize him in a way. Like, is it for the greater good, or is it to get back at someone that you're no longer cool with? That makes you suspicious in my eyes. But whatever, he wouldn't answer if he was never asked that. That's what I'm saying, bro. Elon on that kidding me hot. It's not enough. Like, bro, all these niggas is weird, bro. Politicians are weird. Just keep me away from this shit.
He's obviously just having a field day with all this. But also, just this whole investigation made things even more confusing and fueled more conspiracy theories about it. Like, they said they had a list, now they don't have a list. They wanted people held accountable, now they don't want people talking about it. And they haven't cleared anything up and only made people even more suspicious after this investigation. And now apparently you can't even ask questions about the investigation. So this is not a good look.
Alex Costa, he allegedly said that he did work for an intelligence agency. So could you resolve whether or not he did? And also, could you say why there was a minute missing from the jailhouse tape on the latest?
Yeah, sure. If
Okay, could I just interrupt for
Sure.
1 second? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. Do you want to waste the time, and do you feel like answering?
I don't mind answering.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein at a time like this where we're...
Yeah, let her answer,
having
nigga.
The greatest success and also tragedy with what happened in Texas. It just seems...
Okay, we don't care. We don't have to talk about Jeffrey Epstein. If you don't want to talk about him, you don't want to talk about why there's a minute gone from that video, cool. Whatever, cool. You want to talk, cool. Release the files, nigga! Fuck! Release the files, bro. I don't understand, bro. Release the files. Like, okay, cool. Don't talk about him, whatever. He's a creep. Cool, yeah, whatever. Release the files, bro. What happened to the files? Where the files at, nigga? Files! What I want to see is the files. What's going on, bro? Where's the files? They were on her desk, now they don't exist. The files are gonna come out, now they never existed. The nigga killed himself, minute missing from the footage.
Like a desecration, but you go ahead.
Sure. First, to back up on that, in February, I did an interview on Fox, and it's been getting a lot of attention because I said, I was asked a question about the client list, and my response was, it's sitting on my desk to be reviewed, meaning the file, along with the JFK, MLK files as well.
So I don't think they could make this any more suspicious. Well, actually, then right.
Y'all saw the clip earlier, right? Was she talking about JFK files? MLK files? Or was she talking about the Epstein files? Because based on what I remember, that's the only thing she was asked about was Epstein, right? Am I bugging?
Right after all this, Netanyahu, you know, the prime minister of Israel, had a meeting with Trump and said Trump deserves a Nobel Peace Prize. I mean,
contradiction isn't the word, Digi. Like,
let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments.
There has to
And if
be
you
a
enjoyed
word
this
that's
video, I have over 140 exclusive 20-minute videos
a step
on
above
Patreon,
this.
and I talked about how Tim Dillon recently exposed Joe Rogan's handler, and I've actually been talking a lot about how Jeffrey Epstein's associates have been using Rogan's podcast to try to rehabilitate their image and do PR and convince Rogan and his audience that they're the good guys that.
No, you ain't get banned out. You got timed out, and it was just cause nigga, you was being annoying, bro. You talking about niggas in your school talking into getting to like, bro, like nigga, talking about Epstein, nigga.
With Epstein. So there's a lot going on out there, and if you want to make sure you keep up to date with everything, Patreon's the best way to do it. Make sure you check it out. There'll be a link in the description.
There was some crazy stuff going on that they were able to cover up.
Funny thing is, if we're immigrants criticizing Trump like this, we would be deported, literally, bro. Or it just would have been. It's just sad, bro. It's just sad. It's absolutely sad. All right, all right, like, I don't know, bro. The government is crazy. Like, there's really nothing else you can say, bro. Like, this is the most obvious lie that we were told. Like, I don't. It's getting to the point where, like, you can't even say this is a conspiracy theory, bro. This is, like, actually suspicious. This isn't like, oh, if you fold the dollar bill into a certain shape, it looks like the September 11th strike. Like, this is. Hey, man. Hey, man, let's get into something a little bit more lighthearted.